In the legends and folk culture of the people of Europe and Asia, the vampire is a living creature that mostly feeds on human blood. In these stories, vampires have long fangs with which they suck blood from the necks of the living, and usually have superhuman powers, including immortal life, moving faster than the wind, flying, and controlling and hypnotizing living things except the vampire himself. Special spells are used. In order to kill him, he must either cut off his head with a sword, knife, or other tools made entirely of silver, or insert a piece of wood into his heart. Also, in the past, people used garlic to ward off vampires and believed that vampires could not see their image in the mirror, photo, and hated garlic. The story of vampires in its present form started in the 16th century from the Balkans. In the 17th century, travelers from Central Europe recounted terrifying tales of vampires and evil spirits. The fear of vampires in 18th century Hungary was so widespread that a commission from the Hungarian government was responsible for investigating the matter. Many 19th century writers such as Goethe, Dr. Polidori and Baudelaire wrote pieces about vampires. Shows were written and performed in this field. An opera was also staged in Germany. Vampires have entered the classical and modern world literature from European folkloric beliefs, and today many books and films are made with different stories about them. The most famous vampire character in literature is called Dracula, which is the brainchild of British author Bram Stoker. In 1897, Bram Stoker wrote Dracula. Kent Stoker wrote the Gothic tale Dracula based on the character of the hated Romanian prince who lived in the 15th century and was known for his immoral acts and other horrific abuses. He drank the blood of his enemies and killed them. His nickname Dracula means son of the devil in Romanian. In legends, it is said that vampires have two long fangs that they dig into the victim's neck and kill them. However, sometimes, in some legendary stories, all the teeth of vampires are like their fangs. They have a sticky, long and wide tongue compared to other creatures. They have more in folk tales. Supernatural powers are attributed to these creatures. They can come out of a 2-meter deep burrow through soil and rock. They have mysterious control over animals and are said to be able to transform into animals like bats. Legends talk about wolves, bats, owls, and mice that do evil things under the influence of Satan. They have the power of hypnosis, which allows them to stop their victims from resisting and to remove frightening memories from their minds. The morning after the vampire attack, the victim feels unusually tired, which he thinks is the result of a nightmare he had the night before. Vampires are either destroyed or weakened by sunlight. Of course, the vampire is not always a creature outside the community and on the edge of the border, but can play the role of a king,